Hey, this is Z with Small Scale Development, where we're going to take you step by step through our development process. You can see exactly how we do it and learn from there so you can learn to do it yourself. So today I'm talking about project on Washington, and it is, and we talked a little bit about the zoning that we had before. It's zoned sort of multifamily. It's called RIU, residential intermediate urban, and it is which is sort of allows for a single family or multi-family up to 4 units per lot. So this is our site right here. It's 100 feet wide. It's about 130 feet deep, and it is. Oh, start back over again. Hey, this is Z with Small Scale Development, where we're going to take you step by step through our development processes so you can learn to do it for yourself. So we're looking at a Washington project here, and this is our site right here. And it is 100 feet wide. There's a street on the front, an alley that has not been built out on the back, and it is about 130 feet deep. And it's zoned RIU, residential intermediate urban, which means that it can be single family up to four family home. And you can look a little bit about that more in previous video. But so today I'm going to kind of show you a few different options for what you could do on the site. So let's say you've got this property, you're looking at it, it's for sale, or maybe you own it, or you have it under contract, something like that. Now, what can we do with it? So we've looked at the zoning. We've got 5-foot setbacks on the side. There's no setbacks on the front, except that we will probably lose about 10 feet for the master street plan right of way or utility easements. That's just something that I just kind of go about 10 feet. When you get it surveyed, you want to know for sure what exactly you have, but just starting off, if you're kind of looking at the site and you don't know. So what could we do? We've got 4 individual lots here. They're 25 feet wide apiece. So we could start with, and this is rotated. So right down here at the bottom is equivalent to the frontage here. So apologize that they're rotated here, but so we could come in off the alleyway and come down here off the alleyway and park in the back. I like to do, it's a great use of space if we can build out the alleyway, saves a lot. We get parking in the back. We can have big front porches on the front. It's good for the neighborhood, for community, and better for traffic circulation as well. So you don't have cars going up on the sidewalks as much. So we can build out the alleyway and get parking in the back. So these are 25 feet wide. I like to, my simple way, if you get a designer, they're gonna laugh me out of here with the fact that I use graph paper, but it works for me. So I, depending on your size, right now I've got 5-foot increments here on the blocks here, but so we get 5-foot setbacks on either side, which allows us to have a 15-foot wide building. We could go deeper. This is 15 by 40. This is, you could go 15 by 80 if you wanted, or 14 feet. This is just, kind of an idea of what you could do with this site. I have a 10-foot front porch. I like to have ideally 10 feet. We've done a lot that are smaller, but when it's 10 feet, you really can actually have a room. It becomes a room with furniture, outdoor room with furniture. We got parking in the back. We are allowed to have, as long as they're not touching the building itself, you can attach carports or garages across the property line. So you don't have to have that setback. You don't have to have that fire fire issue. That's part of the reason you have these 5-foot setbacks is for fire separation. So we could get 4 units on here, 4 15-foot wide units. So that's just one option that we could look at. Another, we could split it. So we get it's 100 feet. You could do 33-foot wide lots, 3 33-foot wide lots, and you lose 5 foot in each side. So that leaves 33 minus 10 feet, it leaves 23 feet. And you could get a 23-foot wide house, for example. So you get 3 23-foot wide houses if you wanted to do something that was a little bigger. You know, these are perfect. These skinny ones are perfect for a 2-bedroom, but if you want to do 3 or 4-bedroom, you could probably fit that in. You could fit a garage back there with a 22-foot garage. Now, let's say you want to do duplexes. We could do the same thing. I pushed the carport forward a little bit. You could get more parking in here if you wanted to. You know, you'd have to squeeze it in, it'd be tight, but you know, if you were kind of trying to do that, that's just, you know, additional option for parking. If that made sense in your area, you might be able to have some on-street parking. I'm not sure that I would necessarily do that, but that's just, you know, kind of looking at what you could do. In this case, if they're duplexes, you could have them actually touch on the property line. So instead of having 15-foot wide buildings, you could actually make them 20 each. And I just said here 20 by 40, 2-story, that gives you 1,600 square feet with a 10-foot porch. And we've done duplexes about this size before. 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, it works. And you could get 4 of those on here. That's an option. You could have a nice little yard here in between. So that's another option here. Again, so what I did here is I said, okay, well, this front 10 feet is the master street plan right away. And then maybe in the front, you've got some, you know, if you've got any utility easements or, you know, running electric underground, you might want a little extra space here. What we will also have to do is put in the water, the slope runs from back to front. So it's higher in the back and lower in the front. So we will need to put some sort of stormwater management, like a bioswale or rain garden up front here, to help mitigate the stormwater that we'll be increasing by building here. And here's the option that we are actually planning to go with. And this is now we're looking at a 4-plex on 2 lots. So we've got 2 4-plexes. So in this case, they're going to be townhouses, side-by-side townhouses with a 2-hour firewall. We're looking at doing them 18 feet wide this way by about 32 feet deep, 10-foot yard in the back. We've done this design previously, except that they were flipped frontwards facing the street, each unit with a door to the street, and a back door to the back, as opposed to going sideways like this. So this is an alternative. We could have a walkway, down the middle with our, you know, the quote unquote front doors here. And then on this front unit, we'll put a front porch on it. So it can feel more like it can feel a little bit more like a single family house, and rather than, you know, a multifamily unit. It's in a neighborhood with a lot of single family. It's close to walking distance to downtown. So, you know, it's a good place for increased density, but it also has that single family neighborhood character. So keeping it looking in that kind of missing middle look, I think will be important. And that is kind of what we have, this is actually the plan that we're going to go with, and I can show you on other videos what that looks like with the architect's plans. But I just want to give you an idea of how you might go about laying out the site and just different options. So what I do is I sketch out what I can do, what's possible, a few different options. Then I start just making sure that, we can get parking, that we can get whatever it is that we need to do on the site. And then once I do that, and then I run a pro forma, a financial model, and look at, okay, well, it's going to cost, X for the land and Y for the buildings. What can I either sell them for or rent them for, and to make sure that those numbers work hypothetically. And construction costs are changing so much right now, it's hard to know exactly what those are going to be. But if I give a pretty big buffer and I feel like it's in the ballpark, looks like it's going to make sense, then we can start looking closer, and we can then move forward with putting it under contract, for example, or if it's under contract, then going ahead and getting a survey on it to know exactly what we have, make sure there's no hidden things that we don't know about, make sure whatever setbacks are there, that we have those right, whatever easements, and then proceed from there with getting the site designed by the architect or engineer. And then once we have that figured out, then we can go more closely into the architectural plans, look at the facades and the layouts inside. And that is all I have for today. Thanks, and stay tuned for our next video.